All of us are having this big paralysis, decision paralysis. Whenever the clock hits 2 p.m., we are drained out. We are completely burnt out. Our empathy tax is becoming a big paralysis. Many of them are literally ignoring, be it the managers, be it the directors, be it the vice presidents, be it anybody who's working at a level of leadership. We are not realizing how bad it is turning out to be. You want to portray that good boss image, nice boss image. Because of that, you are literally spoiling the whole enthusiasm, the complete energy. You might be thinking that you're helping the team. You're not. You're not helping the team. You're thinking that I am absorbing every emotions of this. I'm absorbing every feelings of this. That is such a wrong decision. You're becoming a sponge. Like this, you're also absorbing emotions, feelings, chaos, complaints, issues, everything you are absorbing, and eventually, after 2 p.m., you don't have an energy to attempt or to proceed to your strategic meetings or activities. You are not able to push towards high stake meetings. You're not realizing this fact. Many a times, whenever I have spoken with people, being a leader, I'm telling you, many a times we are not realizing that us being a nice boss or you being a nice boss, it is not yielding any good result. It is not yielding any good result. We are just aggravating a wound. That's it. It is going to become like a wound. People are not going to respect you if you start becoming like one. If your team members, they're supposed to respect you, then you need to start controlling your empathy tax, which you are spending it like a currency. Every time as a leader, you are thinking that if I'm being more humane, if I'm being more acceptable, approachable in terms of emotions, I might be that good books boss. No, you are you are literally spoiling the environment. As a leader, your job is to drive the results and the performance. You being a leader matters a lot. A leader is one who shows the architecture of decisions to the team members while they're watching you. It is not about what they're feeling about you. It is never about that. If you are if you are starting your empathy behavior, you are losing the decision integrity. After 2 p.m., you don't have the energy to do anything. You're done for the day. You're literally done for the day. Many leaders whom I have spoken with, I'll give you scenario based now. They might be working at a manager scale, director scale. They feel that I'm not addressing to their point. What if they feel bad about it? What if they think differently about me? Because of that, you are just pushing the nice boss image. Respect doesn't come from you being more and more kind towards people. It is never about like that. Respect comes from the kind of decisions you have taken. Authority comes from the way you have behaved, the way you have shown the directions. People are not realizing the fact that you taking a decision matters. Leadership is mainly about the judgments made under uncertainty. You're attracting, when you're behaving like a nice boss image, when you're becoming a sponge, eventually you are attracting saturated, saturated bandwidth. When saturated bandwidth starts rising, the chaos leak will start happening. Your decision integrity is compromised. I'll tell you a scenario now. One of the person whom I know, she happens to lead a team. She happens to lead a team. As some of them are from new batch, means new batch in a sense, they're freshly hired. That person is finding little difficult to convey the instructions because one being that how would I convey this? Other being that what if they think about me? What if they think differently about me? This is a very same thing most of the people are going through. I'm not telling for you to become rude. I'm not telling you to become harsh. If you want to lead a team, your decision matters. The way you're communicating matters. Unwantedly, you are attracting conflicts. The biggest problem in today's time is that conflicts. As a leader, you're also attracting lots and lots of conflicts. Why conflicts are arising? It is arising because of information friction. Information friction is happening because the leaders are not trained on it. More than 73%, staggering 73% of leaders are not trained in conflict management. They're not trained in conflict management. It is true. How many of us are ready to take a conflict now? You're okay to take a conflict now. Indian ecosystem always avoids conflict. Use spending your empathy like it's a currency. It's also attracting conflict management. As I have given you a formula, I think two to three live streams back, that output equals the skill into direction minus empathy tax. The greater the empathy tax, lesser the output. That is why you are not able to perform better. That is why your results are not going high. If the lesser the empathy tax, more the output. After 2 p.m., you're done. Now, let me give you one more situation. You tell me what you would do in this situation. There is a company, a well renowned company, a manager who happens to have 20 reportees. A manager is having 20 reportees. Some new employees happens to also join to the team. As soon as they joined, they started feeling it is a lot of coziness. I think we can slack a lot. Okay. And the manager being that nice boss, he happens to give that coziness also. Eventually, whatever the reasons the newly hired or like other people have given, the manager used to listen to it a lot. Okay. This used to rise, empathy tax used to rise, output used to come less. The manager was being called by the leadership team. Compared to previous quarters, this quarter is a pathetic performance. In this situation, what you would do? What you would do? What is your direction? What is your direction? How you would make a difference? Here, a manager being a nice boss can't drive the results. If you want the very before that, I just want to convey one more thing. Simon Sinek, John C. Maxwell, Patrick Lenciani, Craig, and Alexander Ryan, everybody, most of the leadership mentors have made you, these leadership mentors have made you to become a soft sponge. They made you to become a sponge which absorbs everything and anything. If you are becoming a sponge, automatically you lose the respect. You can't take decisions. Team will break. Team will break for sure. Because of the same factor, you will be a victim of empathy tax. Because of your sponge behavior, you're not going to become a strong compass. Being a compass, you can start regaining the respect. You can start making a firm decision. You can start gaining the team's confidence. Eventually, team will be in sync with you. The three most common problems of all the team according to wavelength, CLS, Gartner, Deloitte, DDI, University of Salford, etc., etc., etc. report. The first being the burnout. Leaders are not able to feel they're very much capable enough to pull off. If you are a high performing employee, you can't become a leader. For sure, you can't become a leader. You're just a first rank Raju. You're just a first rank Raju. If you want to drive the results, you need to start acting like one. So every time, minute details, minute response also matters. You are going through the very cycle of transformation. You're literally attracting crores together of losses in Indian rupees. You're literally losing crores together of rupees as a leader because of your literally it is like crores together of losses. Your decision integrity is making like this. You tell me how many times you have felt that you're getting burnt out. How many times you have felt that you're burnt out before 2 o'clock. Your first half you are packed with all the emotional burnout. By 2 o'clock you don't have enough empathy to burn. How many of you felt that? As a leader, I've understood one thing. I have also been that one leader that who wants to give that empathy to people, let them come out of their problems. But many a times will be taken as granted. You'll be perceived as a weak leader. You're not helping. For sure, you're not helping. As a leader, this is what I have understood. You need to start owning up your decisions. Accountability matters. Accountability matters. If the team is taking you for a toss, you're making $1 million mistake. In Indian rupees, it is crores together of losses. One mild small decision will make crores together of losses. We have multiple examples like that. We have n number of examples like the same. Why are we becoming like we just want to give that right boss image? That will not yield you any result. As a sponge, you are attacked by every side. Where is the exit? There is no exit. I will tell you how to overcome that. As a leader, I just want to tell you this method or this procedure will change everything. This is managing uncertainty. This is outcome. This is V. V stands for validation of boundaries. This is execute with velocity. The very foundational concept of move technique. That is the solution for everything. Majorly, if you see the leaders are also not able to communicate the things what they want to. Third is the biggest problem any leader can go through is communication issue. They don't know where to pause. They don't know how to highlight it. They don't know how to give the emphasis. So because of that reason, leaders are not able to transfer the knowledge, transfer the instructions. That is the biggest problem a leader is also going through. The third most important point, you need to manage the uncertainty. You need to own the outcome. You need to start working on the data value actually. You need to start scrutinizing this. Whenever you're taking a decision, take from all the corners, work on the input so that you can start working on the data value, owning the data value, then moving with velocity, right? The validation of boundaries. What is correct? What is not correct? What is the drawing line? What is not the drawing line? Right? Execute with velocity. Stand for that. Don't wait for decisions to arrive on your lap. It will not come to your lap. I want to give you at this moment in time one more case study. You tell me what you would have done differently. This is one of the biggest organizations. They thought of implementing a plan, okay, a pilot program. This pilot program was approved by different levels of leaders. When it came to the managerial level, the manager happened to see and also started executing because he had the trust in the leadership team. Because of the trust, the very trust, even the manager has a trust from the management, and the manager has a trust from his team members. The pilot was supposed to get executed within 2 weeks. Now it has touched third week. So what you will do now? You tell me what you would do differently. You can also answer in the chat box. What will be your decision architecture will do? Will you be a victim of chaos? Will you be a victim of decision integrity? The more you start neglecting decision integrity, architecture, structural integrity, you will start distancing yourself. You're not realizing. As a leader, I am also very much embarrassed to say that I have done the same mistakes as you guys. I'm very much okay to say that. We don't accept our shortcomings. We're not accepting our feelings. It is so important. Our shortcomings are our lesson. Our difficulties are stepping stone. You don't need to go anywhere. Just learn from the same mistakes what you have done. I have learned. As a leader, I have learned the mistakes I've done. The crores worth mistakes I've done. We all have been that one individual who makes mistakes. That is common. Humans are supposed to make mistakes. Loss. Every leader goes through this. Every leader goes through this. I'm very much also happy to share that it always starts with logic. My circle of logic will start attacking Simon Sinek's logic of safety. They are making you a soft ball. You're not able to feel the kind of influence what they have on you. It is very much needed for you to come out of that circle of safety. Circle of safety creates dependency. It just creates dependency. Okay. Because we are not realizing this circle of safety. Simon Sinek's idea of why will not work. Leaders will eat last will not work. This will not work. This will not work. This will not work. This will not work. Circle of safety is an illusion. It is a delusion. Modern day coaches are making, modern day leadership mentors are making you soft, motivated. Motivation is the key. No, it's never like that. It's practical. Logic is the key. Once we set out to be a logic, circle of logic, structural integrity will start rising. Unnecessary empathy tax will not be expensed. Just realize when, whenever you want to take a big decision, whenever you want to take that big decision, what is your approach? If you are a compass, you're a compass leader, results are your priority. It is not the respect you are going behind the nice boss respect. No, not at all like that. When results become the priority, the instructions will start becoming firm. A leader will start exploring ways to improve the culture. Culture is more important. Everybody says leadership is a soft skill. No, it is not at all a soft skill. It is a behavior. Leadership is a behavior. It is not a soft skill. It is a rare skill. If you can't be a leader, you can't drive anything. You need to become that individual contributor. In the, being an individual contributor, there is no growth for you. Take the risks. You're supposed to take risks. We are instrumented. We are we're nurtured in a way that we are supposed to take stress. The very fact of you cementing the logic, decision integrity, architecture integrity, structural integrity is more better. We are not, as a leader, I'm telling you, we are not thinking through. We are not at all thinking through. We're just getting compromised. Being a nice boss, you are literally spoiling the culture of the company. You're making thousands and thousands of mistakes. The nice boss will only sustain for shorter duration. There is no respect. No respect. Saturated bandwidth just increases. Is directly proportional to chaos, leak. Start losing it. Think about move technique. I've seen one leader who always shouts. I told her, if you're shouting, you are becoming one toxic boss. Where is the efficiency? Where is the effectiveness? Where is the impressive nature? Where is the inspiring nature? So I go with the same thing. Mere shouting will not drive you the results. Effectiveness, efficient, impressive, and inspiring. If you are efficient, in turn you can expect the 20% effectiveness. If you're great, people will start thinking you are impressive. You are one of the greatest, then people will think that you are inspiring. When you are my one key advice to every leader, as I've seen that level, I've seen that phase. The transition phase is that you need to give enough appreciation to team members. You're being rude, you're being harsh, and you're not thinking about the team, not supporting them. It is also a drawback. Appreciate it. That is one big trick. That is such a big trick. We are not realizing it. Just appreciate them throughout. Just push them. You've done a good job. How long it will take? How much time does it going to take? You telling that you have done a good job. The second most important part, it is not that you're supposed to make them to sit on your lap. Just guide them from behind and make them to do it. Any task with that matter. Do you want to showcase yourself as a leader? Start making them to do the task. Task is the main important part. Guide them. Don't. If at all if they're making a mistake, let them learn again. Anything in this world a person has done, it can be done by other person also. The third most important part, please don't start abusing people or talking less about people in front of the team. It is such a big no, no, no. No, 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 no. Don't speak less about any employee in front of other employees. It is one time advice, don't speak less about the other employee in front of people. Images just get started, gets shattered. The team members are also falling to the same paralysis what you have gone through. I'll give you one more scenario. This is a very much relatable scenario. There is a team, there are around 12 members. The TL is there, the director or the manager also is there. The TL happens to give an instruction. Post that, manager wanted to take a meeting. What's happening? Every time the TL and manager, they're repeatedly taking the meetings. But it is not happening. The results are not leveraged. The optimal results have not been arrived at. Then what has happened? That people happen to find out because of the empathy tax, both the manager and also the TL has given, the team has fallen to a different low because they started feeling also unmotivated. You are literally feeling that this is unmotivated, not at all advisable. They're literally broken down, literally broken down. It is so much important. After 2 p.m., when the clock hits the stamp of 2 p.m., you're through, you're done. You're done for the day. You're not able to expense your high stake meetings. To high stake meetings, you don't even have an energy. You might resort to other methods. You might start postponing. The more the meetings you postpone, you're just creating a dump. So now, leadership means it is not about what others feel about you. It's about the architecture of decisions you have taken while they were watching you. In the same way, burnout also is. It is not about what others are going to feel that if at all, if you're not becoming the nice boss image. Not at all like that. Nobody thinks about it because they don't even have the time for it. That is a harsh truth. Right? Now start making the decisions. Start taking architecture of decisions, which will start helping. As a leader, I am also very much embarrassed to say that I have gone through those situations. I have been in that situations. I have been that nice boss image. I want to be that people pleaser. Now, because of the same reason, I have understood I have had the realization. Now you start making that very same realization. Whenever you're going to become a nice boss, start thinking about managing the uncertainty. Outcome means data value, validation of boundaries, and executive velocity. Efficient, effective, impressive, inspiring. It's not that you're supposed to go to everybody's ears and start doing that. No, your decisions will speak. A weak leader always thinks about, okay, how can I manage this? A strong leader always thinks that elevates the program, elevates the whole team, enhances the team. That is the idea of the strong leader. Leadership means command the room, influence it. Decision integrity matters.